You may be using ChatGPT already, but what if I told you the way you're using it is actually holding your business back? It isn't until you start using ChatGPT the right way that you can go from business burnout to unstoppable success. That's why in this video, I'm gonna walk you through a typical day in my life as a small business owner so that you can see how I use ChatGPT to do 10 times more in way less time. I'll show you all my best power prompts, how you can use each to 10x your own business, and I'll even show you the ultimate prompt that'll make ChatGPT's output even more powerful in every situation. And to make sure that ChatGPT helps speed things up, you'll first want to make sure that you set it up right. So if you don't, you're going to end up wasting more time trying to get it to do what you want instead of using it to your advantage. In the early days, tweaking ChatGPT's tone was like getting a suit custom fitted, but really only being able to wear it once. Each new chat session was like starting all over with an off-the-rack suit. The custom adjustments just didn't stick. But now, think of ChatGPT's new custom instructions feature like owning that perfectly tailored suit for good. Set your style preferences just once, and it remembers them using your preset style in every new chat you start. And if you need help researching just about anything, ChatGPT brought back the ability to find information in real time by browsing the open internet. And we'll get to an insanely useful case for that in just a bit. So let me show you how I use these tools to help run my business and save hours of extra work every day. So let's get our morning started with creating content. So ChatGPT is your wingman for this. It can think up ideas, help plan, write blog posts, social media captions, scripts, or lead magnets. But let's look at our first power prompt to make your writing sound like you instead of a robot. You need to tell it what tone to use, but how exactly do you put a tone into words? No worries, because ChatGPT can help you define it. So first, you want to find examples of the style you like. So this could be stuff that you've written or stuff written by others, like articles or YouTube videos. So if you happen to love Alex Hormozy's Straight Talk or Amy Porterfield's Friendly Advice, just grab some links or transcripts that show their style the best. Then just take these to ChatGPT, and we're going to use this prompt. I run a business focused on your niche and mainly create content like, and then you'll put in your content type here, blog post, podcast, whatever it is. I need your expertise to help set a consistent way our content sounds and feels. Analyze the tone and style of the content examples I provide. Look at how formal or casual they are, the kind of emotions they show, the types of words used, how the sentences are built, and any unique features. Then I just give it instructions how to organize what it finds into a way that makes it really easy for ChatGPT to replicate. Then you would describe your audience so that it can help tailor the tone to resonate with them especially. And say, here's the content I want you to analyze. Then you just paste in that content and hit enter. It's going to give you an incredibly detailed breakdown that it can follow to sound exactly how you want it to. And if you have the paid version, just paste it right here into your custom instructions in the second box. Then it'll write in your style automatically every time you ask it for something. Now that you found your voice, it's time to get creating. And when it comes to crafting any kind of content using ChatGPT, you really can't just come out and ask it to write you an article or a script from scratch. You need to go step by step if you want to get the best results. And our first step here is figuring out the topic, right? So let's look at how we can prompt ChatGPT to help us brainstorm a powerful list of topics that we can cover not just today, but for the next few months. So we're just going to use this prompt. I run a business in the your industry, focusing on, and then just give it a little bit of details about your business. We want to make our online content more varied and interesting to better connect with our audience and boost our online presence. We're looking to create, articles, YouTube videos, fill in the blank here. I need you to help me come up with 30 creative and relevant content ideas that fit our industry and really appeal to our target audience who are fill in the blank. Then I just ask for it to be put in a table format where it gives me suggested topics, a description of each, and 3 title ideas for each as well. Then I just give some extra context for ChatGPT about why these ideas are so important. It just helps it do its job way better this way. Then just keep track of the ones you like, including the titles, put them in a spreadsheet, and then just go one by one, starting with creating the outline. For that, we'll use this prompt. I need to make a detailed and unique outline for an article, script, whatever, about your niche. The topic is X and the title is Y. And of course, you've gotten the topics and titles from our last prompt. Then you'll describe your audience and everything it should include. I'm not going to go through everything here. Just go ahead and pause this, or better yet, you can just download the full prompt guide at the link below in the description. Then I just give the context again about why this is so important. That's going to get you kickstarted. Then you can request any changes, ask it to get rid of any points you don't like, or to add something that you think should be included. No big trick here, just chat with it like you would talk to a really smart intern. Once the outline looks good, just stay in the same chat and enter this prompt to get it writing. Using the outline we've developed for the article titled, insert it here, I'd like you to start writing the first sections, focusing particularly on the introduction and the initial key point. As we're addressing, insert your audience here, the content should be, and then mention the desired tone here. And here's where I tell it to use storytelling devices to make it more engaging. So this is gonna make a huge difference and help it sound a lot less academic and a lot more like a human wrote it based on their own experience. Then I tell it to start with just the intro and the first key point, giving some specific instructions, and then to stop and wait for me to tell it to keep going. Then you're just going to keep prompting it to continue to the next key point and the next until you get to the end. Now, the reason you want it to go little by little is because it can go much deeper into individual points that way. So if you asked it for everything at once, it would end up being really short and pretty shallow. So once you've got the entire thing finished, just copy and paste it into a Google Doc. And here's the critical step that's going to make your content better than 99% of all that other AI generated stuff out there. You got to do a human pass on it, correcting any mistakes, adding in any of your own personal experiences and your own unique point of view. And this prompt stack works for not just blog posts or scripts, but it's also perfect for lead magnets, social media captions, and any kind of content you need. Okay, so it's just before lunch now, and I like to use this time to tackle an important sales task, responding to emails from potential clients. Now, if you're like me, this can be a huge time suck and productivity killer. It's kind of like playing a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. As soon as you answer one, another pops up asking pretty much the same thing. But ChatGPT can help you answer emails much faster and much better than you could do it on your own. Here's how you do it. So first of all, set aside an hour or two, not every day, just one time, and compile all of those frequently asked questions that you get along with your best answers to each. Just save it in whatever format that you're comfortable with, a Google Doc, spreadsheet, whatever works. Now, you might be thinking, how is this going to save me time? Well, first, I'm going to share a really smart approach that's already a huge time saver for managing emails. And then after that, we'll build on that method to further automate this process to save you even more time. So when you sit down to answer emails, just upload your FAQ document along with this prompt. I am, then insert your name, the owner of a business specializing in, insert your niche here. As an expert in this field, I often receive a variety of emails that need timely and thoughtful responses. To assist me with this, I've uploaded a document containing frequently asked questions along with my typical responses. Then I just tell it that I'll be pasting individual emails and I want you to respond to each one as me. Then I specify the tone, which should be warm and human, not like a cold, overly professional sounding customer service response that you may have gotten in the past. Then I just tell it to refer to that FAQ document for answers to questions. And if there's a question it doesn't know how to answer, it needs to ask me follow-up questions to get it right. And then of course some context again to help it understand what the goal is. Then paste in the first email and answer any follow-up questions it asks you. Then just repeat that for every email, and responding this way takes me less than a minute per email now. But it gets even better from here. There is a way to hook up ChatGPT directly to your inbox and have it generate responses automatically for you. So you can do this with the free version of Zapier. Word of caution here, you don't want it to send them out right away. Just like your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving, you never know when it could go rogue and say something you wish it hadn't. So to make sure that I can look over them first, I ask it to save the responses as drafts instead of sending them off right away. And this makes responding to emails way less disruptive to my day. Okay, so it's just about lunchtime now, and this is when I like to shift gears a bit. Instead of doom scrolling or watching TV while I eat, I actually like to use this time in a way that lets me charge more and helps me run a better business. And I do that by investing in my own knowledge and skills. It's just a little something I picked up from Alex Hormozy, what he calls skill investing. But here's the challenge. There's a ton of information out there, like too much information, and that makes it hard to figure out what's actually useful. So why not have ChatGPT filter through the noise and pinpoint only the most important stuff for me? So here's the strategy I use. I apply the 80-20 rule to my learning process. The goal is to find that top 20% of material that's gonna give me 80% of the knowledge and skills that I need. I'll just decide on a specific skill or topic that I want to learn more about today. Let's say, for example, that I want to learn more about running YouTube ads. I would then just use the prompt, I'm dedicating my lunch break to improving my skills in, insert your topic here. I need you to scour the web to comprehensively research this topic. Then I just tell it needs to take everything it finds and distill it down to just the top 20% of information that I'll need to understand it. Next, I give it some marks it needs to hit to be as helpful for me as possible. Again, I'm not gonna read all this out loud now, but you can download the prompts guide in the description below. You don't wanna skip any of this. This is gonna make sure your guide is actually easy to understand. Then I tell it to take as much time as it needs to make sure the result is the best it can be. Then it's gonna give you back a really thoughtfully curated training manual that'll help you get better at that topic and that'll help you be a better business owner as well. Okay, so now as I go into the afternoon, I like to focus on planning and overall business strategy. You know how business gurus are always saying that you should be working on your business rather than working in it if you want to grow? But no off-the-shelf prompt is going to help you do that, because what you need as a business to go from here to here has got to be 100% tailored to you. So here is where the ultimate power prompt I promised you comes into play. And the beauty is, this ultimate prompt works for anything: marketing, strategic planning, hiring new people, even fine-tuning your finances. Think of it like sculpting, right? You start with a rough block, your initial idea, and then ChatGPT helps you chip away at it bit by bit, refining it into a precise, actionable plan. So say you want to double the number of clients you get every month, or you want to add another service to your business, but you're not sure what service will be the most profitable, You tell ChatGPT about it, and it turns your big, broad idea into a focused conversation. It'll ask you specifics, your goals, challenges, who you're targeting, and with each answer, your idea gets sharper and clearer. So let me show you what I mean. Here's the ultimate power prompt you're gonna paste into ChatGPT. I want you to be my prompt creating expert. Your goal is to help me craft the best possible prompt for my needs. The prompt will be used by you, ChatGPT. You will follow the following steps. Your first response will be to ask me what the prompt should be about. I'll provide you my answer, but we'll need to improve it through continual iterations by going through the next steps. The second thing you're gonna do based on my input, you will generate 3 sections. 1, revised prompt. 2, suggestions, and 3, questions. We'll continue this iterative process with me providing additional information to you and updating the prompt in the revised prompt section until it's completed. Then ChatGPT is going to ask you what the prompt should be about. You answer in whatever way you'd like, and it asks follow-ups while revamping the prompt to be clearer and clearer every go round. The end result, you get a tailored prompt like a custom fit suit. So this isn't really just about getting answers. It's about getting the right answers to a very specific question, even when you're not sure what the question is going into it. And this isn't even it. I've been using 6 more AI tools that help save me time, earn more, and completely transform my business in just days. So go watch this video next to find out how all these AI tools can help you automate your business. Click here and I'll see you there.